Hello again, it's Katie and Dee. We are at 16 Turtle Pond doing our video. And I have to say, I love this neighborhood because it is a very quiet, serene block. It's got a great yard. I know we were a little concerned about that here, but I think that you're gonna like the backyard. What's really great about this property is that from where you see the stone walkway, to the left of that, this is all preserved land. So not only do you get to enjoy the beauty of having a preserved property right next door, no one's ever going to build on that, so it's always going to remain this way. And what's nice is you get the benefits of having this massive front yard that you don't have to pay for, because again, to the left, everything would be is taken care of through the preservation. And just to the right, that's all you would be responsible for, and it's very easy to maintain. So I really love the property. The front yard is fantastic. It's got this huge wraparound porch. That being said, this is probably the home that's going to need the most updating. And you look closely, you can see things need to be painted. They just recently power washed, but things definitely need to still be a little bit cleaned up here. It was a gentleman, I think, who was a little older and incapacitated, who passed away recently, from what I've been told. So like I said, as you can see, they are, doing some things, but this is going to be a little bit more of a project than the other two homes. This is like the exact opposite of the one we just saw the last video on. So, but I do love this big front porch. You have your entryway there. Nice little path from the driveway. The driveway is huge. Again, it's definitely going to, need to be cleaned up and given a little bit of love. But I mean, it has so much potential, this house. It has a really great floor plan, a really nice flow to it. Again, I think it's just been a little neglected, and needs somebody to help bring her back to life a little bit. So I love when you walk in, you've got this great, nice wide entryway. You have a nice formal dining room. I love how they have the big round table. French doors. And then you have a den / family room here, formal living room, however you'd like to phrase it. There's definitely going to need to be some paint. We don't believe it's mold or anything naughty, just kind of neglectful dust. So the house will definitely need a good cleaning, some painting, and a little bit of updating. But again, all the essentials are here, and the floor plan is very nice. So you have a powder room. That goes down to an unfinished basement. And then through here you have, I love this room. I love the height of the ceilings in here. Again, a little paint, changing of the furniture. It would make a world of difference in this room. If you're not a fan of the floor color, they are true wood floors, so you could change that very easily. So then you have the eat-in area, which is huge. And then the kitchen, which is a very nice size. And if you don't like the color choice of the cabinets, they appear to be in fairly good shape, so you could probably get away with glazing, but the appliances all look to be in pretty good shape. Refrigerator, microwave, little office setup. And then you have a nice little butler's pantry here leading into that formal dining room. This is a view from the other side. And then through here, that's that other doorway coming up from the driveway side of the home. Some hooks here, which is cute. So it's a great little mudroom area. And then you do have the 2-car garage right here as well. So, and it's a nice, like, true 2-car garage. Okay. And since we're over here, let's take a look at the back. So you do have that extra yard space. It kind of reminds me of the backyard on West Neck, but it actually appears to be a little bit bigger because the fence does go back a ways. So very nice mature landscaping back here. The deck obviously is in need of, at the very least, a sanding and stain job. Personally, I would probably eventually replace this with either like a Trex Timber Tech, or like a stone of some sort, just because cedar does not hold up to the elements very well out here. We have all the salt in the air. So cedar is never really a great option for decks, and a lot of people have learned that the hard way over the years. The pool is obviously in the middle of being repaired. They have a mason coming in that is going to repair that, and then the pool will be operational, upon closing, and it will be ready probably within the next couple of weeks. But the pavers seem to be in good shape. They just need to be, get some of the weed killer in there to get some of those weeds that are cropping up. But again, all the plantings are very mature. The neighborhood is great. It's very quiet. And then the house is definitely going to also probably need to be painted. That awning is going to need to be replaced. Like I said, there's definitely a little neglect here, but there's also a ton of potential. So it's really going to come down to is if this is something that you want to take on, or do you want to not take on a little bit of a project. But again, paint goes a really long way. And I think that with some paint, this house could truly be magnificent. Change out some of the hardware, all those things. So, okay. And then I do like that there is a first level bedroom, and you have a very ample coat closet type thing here. And the bedrooms are all a very nice size. It's got the sliders out to the backyard, which is great. Okay, and then through here, you have two closets, two walk-in closets, so very nice size. Same over here. And then you have a very nice size ensuite in here. Okay. Time up. Okay, so now we're going to go take a quick peek upstairs. And I have to say that the upstairs here I think is going to work really nicely for you. You've got this great landing here, big closet. So, ensuite with the walk-in closet. Nice view of the backyard. Just a nice view of the living room. And then these two bedrooms do share the hallway bath, but they are both very nice sizes. Love the built-in benches, double closets. And pretty much a mirror image, except this one does connect directly to the bathroom, but it's a Jack and Jill. But nice vanity. This room actually is in pretty good shape. Nice big closet here for linens. And then you have your upstairs laundry room, which is a very nice size. You have another well-appointed closet here. So if you did need to use this as a bedroom, you could easily use it as a bedroom because the closet's right outside. Or right now you can see they kind of have it set up like a media room. So you could make it a game room, media room, bunk room, whatever you fancy, but it's great space. And the upstairs is in pretty good shape. The downstairs needs a little bit more love, but overall, like I said, I feel like the floor plan and the space of this house is really great. It really just needs a good cleaning, and you know, if you're not fond of some of the tile choices, those could be updated, but overall, it is a nice home in a nice neighborhood. Okay, and there is a basement. It is unfinished, but we can go take a quick peek at it. It is right here. Okay, so the basement is massive. So your mechanicals. And it looks like it has the 2 oil tanks that are inside, not buried in the ground, so that is always a nice feature. And then you do have your exterior exit there. So please let us know if you would like to put this one on the list, and we are happy to show it to you. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon.